Firstly, terima kasihlah datang untuk kita punya what is going to be a weekly session dengan press untuk menjawab soalan-soalan daripada press, dan juga mungkin kita ada statement yang kita nak buat dan kita akan edar melalui press juga. Ini ialah hari pertama dan biasanya saya akan usikan press conference ini. Kali ini kita nak tumpu kepada satu perkara yang muncul baru-baru ini. Ada segelintir orang yang membuat promosi boikot pilihan raya. Kebanyakan orang ini datang dari parti that you know lah, parti belah sana, parti UMNO. Kononnya tak ada beza antara Pakatan HarApan dengan Najib. Lepas itu tak salah ambil bahagian, don't vote, destroy your voting slip, macam-macam lah. This is, they know very well, kalau ada ramai yang tidak mengundi, this will help UMNO dapat kemenangan, BN dapat kemenangan. So the objective is not because of the problem with Pakatan HarApan ini kononnya tak lebih baik daripada kerajaan Datuk Seri Najib. The problem is dia sebenarnya UMNO nak cari kemenangan dengan misleading the people, taking away their right to vote in the election by saying that even if you vote, apa dapat? You see, tak ada beza. Tetapi saya ingat kita semua tahu banyak perbezaan antara Najib dengan calon Pakatan HarApan. Dan kita ada program kita tertentu yang mana program ini bertujuan to change the government. Not just change the government by having a new government, but change the government itself, the structure of the government. For example, kita berpendapat bahawa kuasa Perdana Menteri yang kita lihat diguna oleh Najib ini agak keterlaluan. He has taken over the whole machinery of government. Tidak lagi ada separation of powers antara legislative, executive dengan judiciary. Ketiga-tiga badan ini semuanya dikuasai oleh Datuk Seri Najib. Kita mesti kembali kepada separation of powers. Tapi di masa yang sama kita tak nak Perdana Menteri stay there for too long. Bila you stay anywhere for too long, you become corrupt. You see, I don't know whether you thought I was corrupt or not. I was for elections. But kalau kita tengok dalam kerajaan, biasanya pegawai custom at the border, we don't let him stay there for more than 3 years. Pasal dia nanti develop friendship with a lot of unnecessary bad characters there. So they have to be moved to another place. The same thing with Perdana Menteri. I think I was the longest serving, but now we cannot have anybody wanting to do better than me and serve for more than 22 years. We can only allow them to stay on for 2 terms. 1 term is too short. Ada negara yang bagi 1 term, tapi that is too short to do anything. You become Prime Minister, you learn the ropes. Second year, you probably start to think about policy changes, for foreign policy, etc. Third year, you begin to try to implement. Fourth year, you are already worried about the next election. So, but the next election somebody else takes over, you don't have a chance to have your plans carried out. Sebab itu kita sepatutnya fix the term for the Prime Minister for 2 terms only. 2 terms will be 10 years, cukup lah untuk dia nak formulate dia punya policies, plans, etc. and see that these plans are carried out, oversee the planning, the implementation of the plan. So that is one of the kita janji reformasi yang kita akan buat. Lain daripada itu, sekarang ini kita dapati Perdana Menteri melantik semua pegawai-pegawai tertinggi dan kadang-kadang tak ada consultation dengan siapa pun, bagi tahu kepada Agung pun tanda tangan, and you have this incident in which Gani Patil was dropped kununya kerana dia sakit dan Apandi dilantik. This kind of thing is not healthy. In the first place, Gani Patil kalau dia sakit, the proper procedure is to have a medical board to certify that he is unfit to work before you can allow him to retire. And in order to appoint a new candidate, also you need to have a number of people questioning. So we notice in America, for example, even the Secretary of State has to face Congress and be questioned by both sides, opposition and the government. So, although we will be the government, but we are going to allow the opposition at that time also to participate in determining whether our candidate is good or not. So these are some of the reforms that we are going to carry out. We will put them in our manifesto. There will be other reforms, but at the moment we have focused on these two, on reducing the power of the Prime Minister and also making sure that candidates for high posts are properly vetted. So we have we have a select committee of Parliament which will question the candidates. On this idea about boycott, some young people, I think they were born with this country already partially developed, like what it is now, and of course they may think that this is the normal situation. But this country was not developed before. When we became independent, and the country was a very poor country, and we have changed the government. Several prime ministers were appointed, but those prime ministers did not steal money. This is one prime minister who is known throughout the world for having stolen money. So that is why this prime minister has to go. Of course, I came from the same party before, but I don't think I'm like Najib. I didn't steal money. I didn't start one MDB and all that. So to say that if I am made the prime minister, what's the difference? He's also a dictator. But I think this is the way some shallow-minded people see things. We need a change in this country. If we don't need a change, I wouldn't bother to be involved in this, because I am 92 years old, going on to 93. I really do not want to become Prime Minister. But I think the consensus in the opposition is that I should be their Prime Minister designate. So I feel responsible to take on this prospect, which is not very good for a 92-year-old man, but I think I have had some experience from 1946 until now. I have all kinds of experience, living under colonial rule, living under Japanese rule, and I think I know a little bit about politics, which I can help the new government in tackling a lot of problems. In fact, the seventh Prime Minister is going to have a very tough job because we have to solve the problem created by Najib. He is selling away this country. The latest I hear is that the Kedah state government has sold 3 islands of Yan to some investor who's bringing in foreign people to come and develop the land as an island resort, and they will be occupied by foreigners. Of course, in Langkawi itself, they want to get rid of the Commonwealth Garden and the mosque there in order to develop that into a very sophisticated town, which the people of Langkawi, the fishermen and all that, can only look up to and strain their neck looking up at a 60-story building. But they themselves will never be able to occupy this building. So I don't know which part of Malaysia Najib is going to sell, but when he needs money, he sells. See, chunks of land. Maybe Melaka will be next. So you will lose your constituency. So these are the things that I like to inform you is the concern of Pakatan HarApan. We are, of course, concerned with many other things, not forgetting 1 MDB and the money that has been lost, but I just want to focus on these 2 items. One is this campaign to boycott the election, which is going to favor the end, and the other thing is the need for reforms in the political system of the country. Now, if you have any question, we will give you this statement later, but you can ask any question you like.
Betapa seriusnya kempen anti-boycott ni dan bagaimana HarApan sendiri akan melalui armada ataupun media konsisten dengan boycott?
Ya, kebanyakannya dia melibatkan orang muda. Jadi kita ada bahagian pemuda di keempat-empat parti. Yeah. So every one of them together and separately will try and meet as many groups of people, young people as possible, and explain to them that this country is not like what it is today when we became independent. At that time, we were a very poor country, and the population of Kuala Lumpur at that time was 330,000. Today, the population of Greater Kuala Lumpur is 7 million, bigger than Singapore. So somebody must have done this. You see, to say that the previous one and the new one and Najib are the same and all that is not right.
But Tun, how serious is this concern? I mean, is it something that really worries Pakatan HarApan, or is it just a minor concern?
It is about 1% of the voters only. Okay. But we don't like people who do not understand politics. Some of them feel that, this country is going to the dogs. I don't care. If things come to that, I will migrate to Australia. I mean, we don't like that kind of thinking.
Dr. Hazzard, Isambard Wilkinson from the Financial Times. With such recent strong economic indicators, won't it be difficult to dislodge the government?
The economic indicators are strong, but the people are suffering. The people do not feel the effect of this very strong export growth and GDP and all that. On the ground, people are suffering, cost of living is going up, they have to pay more taxes. Generally, they do not feel well. They feel that they are not getting a proper government. Today, if you report some government wrongdoing, you will be arrested, questioned, charged in court for being a terrorist. This has already happened. I'm not telling about something that has not happened. So people generally are not happy just because the economic report looks very good, but there are a lot of other things that the people are not happy about.
Just respond to that question. We have a two-track economy. We have a two-track economy where the export sector is doing well, but ordinary people are faced with depreciation of ringgit over the last 3 years since October 2014, the imposition of GST and other taxes since 2015, and also the government subsidy cuts over major items over the last 3 years. So those who are not connected to global economy, they suffer. And many ordinary Malaysians are taking 2-3 jobs, selling nasi lemak, driving Uber or Grab, and they suffer. This is the reality that faced by Turkey.
So Najib in his speech at Invest Malaysia today said that the country suffers from a lot of legacy problems. A national card that brought the country to debt, bad development and things like that. What do you have to say?
Well, of course, he is not speaking the truth. That national car project was making a lot of profits. It made so much profit that it was able to build Tanjung Malim with his own money. Didn't borrow from the bank, didn't get any assistance from the government. It was a profitable venture. And then, of course, the government started fiddling with it. You see, insisting on all kinds of things. And then the government is supposed to provide the company with research grants, which it never gave. So because of that, and because the market became so open, that Malaysia has about the most open automotive market in the world. We cannot sell our car to their country, but they can sell any car, any jalopy can be sold in Malaysia. You know, they come from Germany, they come from Korea, from China, from Japan, but we can't sell a single car there. You see, so there should be some reciprocity. But the government is willing to open our market, but not insisting on the other countries opening their market. That is why we have problem with this the proton. But on other issues, things were doing well in this country when I stepped down. In fact, I waited. I could have stepped down earlier in 1998. But we had a crisis at that time, a financial crisis. I stayed back until 2002, when I find that the economy was good, our finance was good, and even politically we were stable. At that time, I stepped down. I announced, but I was delayed by 1 year. But I left the country in ship shape. But after these two others took over, then we have the problem. We didn't have any one MDP before.
So lain-lain?
There was a call by one of Najib's son for you to return to UMNO, return on the right path by returning to UMNO. Can you comment on that?
It is no longer UMNO. It is Najib's party. He has hijacked it, and he has used it in order to give him the power to steal money. I don't stay with parties that steal people's money by the billions. So forget about it. I'm not going back to UMNO.
As far as we can see some reports that Pakatan has finalized seat allocations for state and parliament. When will this be announced? And the Satu seems to be taking most in Johor. Is that the plan to take on UMNO in its first place?
We have negotiated and we have settled the allocation of seats at the parliamentary level. Now it is the state level. We need to, sometimes there is some reciprocity between state and parliament. So once we finish with the state, and at that stage we may announce, I'm not saying that we will announce, but we may announce the allocation of seats. And of course we need to make sure also that we have the right winnable candidates for those seats.
Bagaimana dengan negotiation untuk Sabah Sarawak tu?
Sedang bincang. Sarawak selesai dah. Sarawak sudah selesai, Sabah dalam perbincangan.
Tun, for those, some states may have some problems with the negotiations. We have reports that there are some problems with negotiations for state seats in Selangor. If there are other states that are facing this kind of problems, will the central leadership step in to iron things out?
Well, we have time. You see, for the first time, an opposition coalition made early decision on coming together on the distribution of seats, even on nominating the officers of the party, and that gives us time when there's bound to be dissatisfaction, but we have time. We have more than 3 months, I think, to settle problems which arise.
Satu saya nak balik tadi ni tentang boykot yang dijalankan oleh beberapa pihak. Di antaranya mereka menyebut pemerintahan diktator akan pergi kepada diktator yang lama. Dan saya dulu pun memanglah kritik Tun Mahathir ni masa dia memerintah. Tapi bila kita berada dalam Pakatan HarApan, kita bermesyuarat kadang-kadang 3 jam, 4 jam, 5 jam. Pengurusi kami tak pernah diktat apa yang dia nak, diterima oleh mesyuarat. Begitu juga tawaran Pakatan HarApan yang disebut tadi soal kuasa Perdana Menteri dalam pelantikan AG, Ketua Polis Negara dan sebagainya. Jawatan kuasa Parlimen Select Committee itu yang paling berkuasa pada masa yang akan datang. Ini betul-betul reform yang akan dibuat untuk mengelakkan dictatorship. Dan ini diterima oleh pengurusi kami Tun Mahathir, dengan bahkan beliau sendiri menambah beberapa pandangan untuk mengelakkan pemusatan kuasa. Dan itu kita nak tegaskan, iaitu tawaran kami itu adalah tawaran yang permulaan yang berlainan dalam Malaysia. Kita akan lebih baik pada masa yang akan datang karena pemusatan kuasa itu akan berkurangan. Dia jadi kolektif power akan datang.
Boleh saya tambah sedikit? Sebab tadi banyak tekankan berkenaan pengundi muda dan boykot. Ini khususnya datang daripada suara anak muda. So, 2 perkara yang saya nak tekankan di sini. Pertama, di antara pimpinan Pemuda Harapan, kita dah bersetuju untuk adakan sesi dialog sebanyak yang mungkin dengan pimpinan boykot undi ini, secara rasmi dan tidak rasmi, kerana walaupun jumlahnya kecil, tapi dalam pilihan raya ini setiap undi akan memainkan peranan untuk Pakatan HarApan berjaya untuk tawan Putrajaya. Contoh, kalau kita lihat di kawasan seperti Tebrau, Pasir Gudang, Muar, Titi Wangsa, di mana 1% pun boleh memainkan peranan, dan kita akan pastikan bahawa kita akan sentiasa berdialog dengan mereka. Tapi satu message yang saya nak sampaikan kepada mereka inilah, mereka ni saya nak salahkan susah, sebab ada di antara mereka betul-betul idealisme tu baik. Saya tak cakap golongan Cik Gubat. Golongan Cik Gubat, minta maaf, ni pemakan dedak, tu lain. Saya cakap yang anak muda yang betul-betul ikhlas, kita akan sentiasa dialog, niatnya baik. Tapi kalau mereka betul-betul kekalkan idealisme ini, saya rasa I plead to them, bandingkan Pakatan HarApan as a whole. Jangan bandingkan seorang saja, bandingkan BN as a whole. Di Pakatan HarApan, kita dah pastikan bahawa Perdana Menteri takkan lagi pegang portfolio Menteri Kewangan. Lantikan-lantikan khas tidak akan lagi di bawah Perdana Menteri. Kurangkan jawatan, kurangkan peruntukan di Jabatan Perdana Menteri. Hadkan tempoh pemerintahan TM. Banyak reformasi-reformasi pembangunan yang ingin kita bawa untuk negara. Persoalan saya, apa yang boleh UMNO Barisan Nasional tawarkan kepada rakyat? Adakah mereka akan hadkan tempoh Perdana Menteri? Adakah mereka akan asingkan jawatan Kementerian Kewangan dengan Perdana Menteri? Adakah mereka akan pastikan pelantikan-pelantikan khas dibuat oleh Parliamentary Select Committee dan bukan Perdana Menteri? What can they offer? Ask that question. Be fair to us. Ni mungkin kalau tak nak dengar Tun M ni, saya tak apalah. Kalau betul-betul tak nak dengar Tun M, tak nak dengar dari bersatu, takkanlah nak lupakan jasa seperti Mat Sabu, Liu Chintong, Lim Kit Siang, Nuri Izzah, Dato' Anwar Ibrahim, yang dah lama ni berjuang, to forget all of that, to retain the current government and allow our country to go to the dogs. remember what is the comparison here and what we stand to lose dalam 5 ke 10 tahun yang akan datang kalau kita kekalkan pemerintahan pada hari ini. Terima kasih.
Ada soalan lain? Ya, Cinta.
I just want to comment on a few things. Number one, I'm not overly concerned about the boycott campaign because I think we are now into the 100-day period. If we take 6th of May as the election date, let's say, then from 27th of January onwards is 100 days. And if we take 6th of May as the election date, from 29th of January is a 14-week period. I think this is an invitation to all Malaysians to rebuild the nation. This is an invitation to all Malaysians that we have Tun Mahathir and Datuk Seri Anwar together with all parties. But ultimately, it's not a fight between Pakatan HarApan versus Barisan Nasional. It is a fight between the people versus Najib, versus Barisan Nasional. So I think this election will have 100 days to go. It will decide the nation, the fate of the nation for the years and decades to come. And this is where I think eventually everyone will have to make a choice. And it's not between us and them, it's between Malaysians and Najib. The second point I would like to make is that on seat negotiation, pembahagian kerusi, sebenarnya Barisan Nasional belum lagi selesai pembahagian kerusi parlimen, di peringkat parlimen. Pakatan HarApan dah selesai di peringkat parlimen dan sedang mengusulkan di peringkat negeri. Barisan Nasional sebenarnya belum lagi selesai pembahagian kerusi di peringkat parlimen. My final point is like this. As we enter the first 100 days, we enter the countdown to the 100 days, 100 days countdown to the election, major decision by the government, for instance, a treaty or a deal with a foreign nation, in the proper democracy, as pointed out by the Majlis Presiden Pakatan HarApan, major decisions concerning the nation and also foreign country the opposition should be briefed. That is, because in the 100 days there will be a new government. So the prime minister candidate or prime minister designate from the opposition should be briefed by the government on major foreign policy decisions. Because otherwise, when there's a change of government, the new government may have to take a different track. Because we were not told what was exactly the deal. So I think this is a call by Pakatan HarApan Majlis Presiden that the Prime Minister should brief Pakatan HarApan Prime Minister designate on major foreign policy decisions. And other issues and all other major foreign policy decisions. Because any deal that's signed by the current government will have to be inherited by the new government. So, to be fair to the new government and to be fair to the people of Malaysia, the opposition should be briefed and consulted because the government is now entering into almost a caretaker mode. We are not in exactly the caretaker mode, but we are almost a caretaker period.
Saya nak tanya sikit Tuan. Tadi Tuan ada mention berkaitan dengan boykot ni, sekiranya boykot tu berlaku, dia akan memberi undi kepada manfaat kepada Barisan Nasional. Mengapa Tuan berfikiran begitu? Adakah dengan boykot bagi saya, dia akan memberi kesan kepada Pakatan HarApan dan BN, bukan saja BN. Jadi mengapa Tuan mention dia akan memberi manfaat kepada BN?
BN dia ada cara-cara menentukan penyokong-penyokong dia akan setia kepada dia. Cara-cara dia termasuk penyebaran dedak dan sebagainya. Dan sekarang ini pun dia cuba bankruptkan parti lawan. Kita tak boleh langsung cari apa-apa duit untuk urusan kita. Jadi besar kemungkinan yang akan untung jika tidak ada jika pengundi tidak mengundi ialah BN. Sebenarnya mereka ini menjadi penyokong BN secara tak langsung.
Maknanya bukannya mereka menentang Pakatan HarApan?
Mereka tak menentang Pakatan HarApan, tak menentang BN, tapi benefit itu dapat kepada BN bukan kepada kita.
Okey, in case saya menggambarkan bahawa yang boykot itu tidak tahu nak membuat keputusan sama ada memilih Pakatan Harapan ataupun Barisan Nasional, adakah kemungkinan akan berlaku situasi dalam politik lah perkataan akan berlaku di mana parlimen tu akan jadi 50-50, di mana akan wujudnya kerajaan campuran parlimen tu bila yang boykot ni mereka tak nak mengundi. Kemungkinan tak benda tu akan berlaku?
Ini berkenaan dengan undi. Kita tahu satu undi pun boleh menentukan menang atau kalah sesuatu calon. Sebab itu kita tak nak walaupun satu orang tidak mengundi kerana dia melakukan boykot. Sebenarnya kalau dia tak mengundi, dia kekalkan Najib sebagai kerajaan.
Tapi ada tak kemungkinan akan ada 50-50 dalam parlimen?
Itu dia cara lain. Dia itu benda lain sama sekali. Itu bukan bergantung kepada orang yang boykot. Kalau orang yang tak boykot pun, kalau dia berbelah bagi sama-sama, dia jadi hang parlimen lah.
Nasir Rashid nak tambah ni, SPR dulu.
Sikit lah. Pasal pilihan raya ni, baru badan saya ni pilihan raya punya. So, gini, boykot ni tak pernah secara terang-terang lah berlaku. Tapi dulu pun banyak orang tak keluar mengundi, dan ada juga yang keluar mengundi tapi dirosak kertas undi. Bila kita dapat case percentage kerosakan kertas undi itu banyak, maknanya orang tu tak suka both side of the coin lah. Dia tak mau pilih siapa-siapa. Tapi sekarang ni saya pun terkejut juga ada galakan untuk boykot, khususnya tak pemuda. Saya tak berapa nak percayalah tentang hal ini, sebab pemuda sekarang amat prihatin tentang apa yang berlaku dalam negara ini. Dan boykot ni of course lah, kalau dia tak keluar mengundi, it's no offense in this country. Dan dia free not to undi or to undi. Jadi saya nak bagi satu pendapat saja, bahawa kalau yang duk seru supaya boykot ni adalah orang sebelah sana, saya nak galakkan orang sebelah sana yang banyak benci kepada pemimpin di sekarang ni tapi tak berani because of korporasi. Banyak yang benci tapi tak berani nak zahirkan kebencian dia, dan saya galakkan orang ni lah yang tak keluar mengundi. Tak payah keluar mengundi lah, penyokong dia orang tu. Yang keluar mengundi penyokong kita saja lah. Terima kasih.
So if I may, when we talk about election, we look at the numbers. PRU yang ke-12 dan PRU yang ke-13 adalah dua PRU yang turnout paling tinggi dalam sejarah Malaysia. Kalau kita tengok dalam sejarah, di mana-mana saja pilihan raya, ada parti yang suka high turnout, ada parti yang suka low turnout. So dalam sejarah Malaysia, bila high turnout, the end do very badly or win with very little majority. Yeah. That's exactly what BN is trying to do. Maknanya galakkan orang supaya tidak keluar mengundi. Kerana bila ramai yang tidak keluar mengundi, chances is mereka itu adalah orang atas pagar dan mereka tidak mengundi kami, sebab kepercayaannya biasanya lah atas pagar ni 50-50. It can go either way. Pengundi tegar, dia akan keluar. Rain or shine, they will come out. Dan yang itu kita boleh kira dah lebih kurang berapa persen yang akan undi BN, berapa persen yang akan undi Pakatan Harapan. So the arithmetic is, the higher the turnout, the worse it is for BN. That's why they are campaigning supaya orang tak keluar mengundi.
BN bergantung kepada pengundi jentera. Pembangkang bergantung kepada pengundi gelombang. Maka high turnout is needed.
Sebagai tambahan tu kepada apa yang disebut tadi, saya ingin challenge SPR supaya tarikh pilihan raya itu jangan dibuat pada tarikh hari bekerja, kerana kita nak anticipate juga kalau begini mood dia, kemungkinan tarikh election itu tidak dibuat over the weekend, dan kalau election PRU 13 dia dibuat pada 5.05 pada hari Sabtu. So kita tengok ramai rakyat tu keluar mengundi. So kita menjangkakan kemungkinan taktik jahat ni juga akan digunakan. Saya challenge SPR to follow the same trade. Kita buat election betul-betul kerana nak mengajak rakyat untuk exercise dia punya hak, dan let's do it over the weekend. Thank you.
Tun, just to go back to the Proton thing, what Najib meant was that he's claiming that because of your obsession for Proton, that you neglected public transport.
Logic.
I think he should look at the mirror and talk to the mirror because nobody understands his logic.
Soalan lain?
Tun, bila bercakap mengenai Proton sebelum ni media dikeluarkan kenyataan untuk bawah pentadbiran baru untuk menempatkan pusat sales dan pusat jualan under one roof, bukan lagi seperti dulu. Apa pandangan Tun?
Dia akan mengurangkan dealers kerana kemampuan dealer untuk mengadakan 3S punya dealership terhad. Saya percaya ramai daripada mereka yang dahulu dapat cari makan sebagai penjual Proton akan tutup kedai, dan saya diberitahu bahawa vendors pun akan tutup dia punya workshop kerana mereka diberi arahan mengurangkan kos mereka sebanyak 30%. 30% dia bankrupt lah. Jadi akhirnya semua komponen parts akan diimport daripada negara China mungkin. Jadi saya fikir dasar Datuk Seri Najib ialah supaya penduduk Malaysia ini menjadi pembeli barangan import dan tidak dapat membuat kereta untuk diekspor. Dan syarikat baru ini pula tak akan ekspor ke negara China, dia akan ekspor kepada Thailand dan Indonesia saja. Itu bukan pasaran yang besar bagi Proton. Jadi manfaat daripada penjualan kepada syarikat daripada negara China ini bukan saja tidak ada, tapi berkurangan. Sekarang ini Proton vendors, Proton dealers semuanya menghadapi masalah. Mereka akan diganti dengan syarikat-syarikat lain. Tapi tak apalah, Najib suka kalau boleh orang Malaysia ni jangan berniaga. Kalau lulus jadi engineer apa semua, boleh jual nasi lemak. Bau ubah.
Itu pun nafas takim baru-baru ni, Presiden dia umumkan tanding 120 kursi parlimen dan bersasarkan simple majority. Jadi pandangan Majlis Pakatan HarApan bukan pas.
Ya, itu angan-angan Mak Jenin.
Okay.
You mentioned Langkawi earlier about the plans for development there and all that. Does that mean so you're going to contest in Langkawi and save them from these big developments? Has that been decided?
No, I have identified 3 constituencies. One is Langkawi, one is my old constituency, Kubang Pasu, and the other one is Putrajaya. So I haven't decided that. Tell me which one.
Zahid Ibrahim thinks they're all not safe for you.
Not safe.
Yeah, he says they're all not safe. You should get safe.
They're all not safe. I better not contest. It's safe for you.
Last when are you going to decide, Tun? When are you going to decide and announce where you're going to contest?
When the time comes for me to decide, I decide.
Last.
What do you think about the recent split between Perdana and us? And Hadi said he wants to start a state government on his own. So what is your comment about that?
Good. Fantastic. I think in the history of past, they have always ruled this country. They have formed their own government. You know, sometimes they win only 1 federal seat, but they still have great ambition. They want to contest 100 over seats. Let them contest because the whole purpose, PAS is participating in this election. The whole purpose is to split the votes against the government, which may go to Pakatan HarApan, so that BN will win.
How should leave the government?
Well, he should leave. I don't see why he should be, but of course he's very comfortable. Dapat duit lah.
Okay. Alright. You will be hearing from us every Tuesday about this time or slightly later. We will announce. Tapi pokoknya ialah from today onwards, you will see your future Prime Minister doing his press conferences every Tuesday. Thank you.